If you love garlic, you are going to love these noodles. They are full of butter and garlic and Asian sauces that just give it that umami that is just so addictive. You'll want to slurp up the whole entire plate. Hey everyone, I'm Flo, Dude is behind the camera, and we're all about simple food, simple faith. Now these noodles I first tried when we were living in San Francisco at a fancy restaurant called Crustacean, and they were so yummy. But then we found a more inexpensive place to have it at this kind of hole-in-the-wall Vietnamese restaurant. Do you remember, Dude? It was called like...
Oh yeah, wait for it. The name is awesome.
PPQ number 2. I'm sure there was a PPQ somewhere else, but it wasn't called PPQ number 1. But we went to PPQ number 2, and their garlic noodles were just as yummy for like a fraction of the price. So recently I was thinking about these noodles because I've been wanting something different than rice for a side. We have rice all the time with pretty much anything Asian that I make. But Dude, I recently sent Jude to the store to buy spaghetti. And spaghetti works in my Instant Pot for one pot pasta, but he brought home spaghettini, which is great, but I can't make the spaghettini in the Instant Pot because the cook time is much less than regular spaghetti. So I think spaghettini is going to work perfectly in this recipe. All right, I am starting off with 6 cloves of garlic, and you can use more if you want. We used to have friends that we ate at PPQ with, and he used to joke that he would only eat there with us because we're that good of friends that we can like stand each other's garlic breath after.
Oh boy.
You can use more if you want. If you don't want as much, you can use less, but it really is the whole point of this dish. And I'm just going to put them through the garlic press. But you can chop it up if you want. I just think if you put it through the garlic press, the garlic gets more dispersed evenly.
Hey, it's I don't remember the last time you've done a recipe without using the santoku or the chef's knife.
I don't have anything to chop today.
It's that easy?
It is. I'm just going to put it all in a bowl first so that it's easier to deal with when we start cooking, because the cooking part of it actually will go really fast. So it's really important to get all of your ingredients ready to go. So we have about, I want to say 2 to 3 tablespoons of garlic here. If you're using like already minced garlic, I think that's how much you would need. All right, I thought I'd show you the difference between spaghettini and spaghetti. So the spaghettini is much thinner, and it only takes 5 minutes to cook on the stove. And the, let's see, regular spaghetti, I don't know if you can tell the difference, takes 9 minutes to cook, and these take 5 minutes.
Yep, I can see that it's the spaghettini is finer.
Oh sure, you can see it now, can you? All right, I'm cooking a pound of pasta. I'm doing this right now because I wanted to show you that I'm gonna throw this in the pot while I prepare the rest of the ingredients. And yeah, because we want the pasta cooked and ready to go. Okay, I'm getting my sauce ready to go. I already have 2 teaspoons of sugar here. And you can reduce the sugar or omit the sugar altogether if you like. You add 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce. 1 tablespoon of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, and 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Just gonna stir it up, make sure that the sugar is dissolved. I use brown sugar because I find it dissolves more quickly. You can use regular sugar if you like. Oh, it smells so good already. I think it's the sesame oil.
Oh, I can smell it from here.
Yum. So I'm also using Parmesan, and you're probably wondering like what? But this is what we call fusion. We use a little bit of ingredients from the East with ingredients from the West, and we make a new dish with it. And the Parmesan just kind of brings it all together. So I am using my microplane here, and we're just going to grate about half a cup of Parmesan cheese. My cheese is breaking up on me.
Let's not grate your finger in there.
Let's not. So I'm just gonna leave those bits. It'll be fine. The kids will love it. They love bits of Parmesan like this. I want the majority of the Parmesan to melt. If you use too big of a grater, it won't melt. All right, we have our wok ready to go. We want this on a very low heat. Okay, we're starting with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And we're adding 4 tablespoons of butter, unsalted. I'm gonna melt this in here. See if I can turn it down a little bit more without turning it off. All right. So I'm going to add my garlic now. So we want the flavors to just really meld in there with the butter. And we're going to cook this for about, I don't know, 2 to 3 minutes. And we want it low and slow so that the garlic doesn't burn. You can see the garlic is cooking now. All right, if you want it a little bit hot and spicy, you can add some crushed chili flakes at this point, but we're just gonna leave it like this. And I've already drained my pasta, and we're just gonna dump all of this in there. And the pasta is done to just al dente, which is just cooked through. I'm gonna use my tongs.
The aroma, awesome.
Garlic and butter, what's not to like,
yeah.
Right? And just make sure that the pasta is separated, like all the noodles are separated. Now we're gonna pour in our sauce. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. I think traditionally, this dish is made with a yellow noodle, like a Chinese yellow noodle. But since I have this spaghettini, I thought I'd use this, and I like the texture of the pasta in this particular dish. And even if you don't have spaghettini, you can make it with spaghetti, and it would be just as yummy. And everybody has access to spaghetti. Now turning off the heat, and I'm adding my Parmesan cheese, and we're just going to melt it all in here.
This visual here with the wok and the Parmesan cheese being sprinkled on is kind of like a cultural mashup, eh?
It is. All right, I know you guys are all dying to find out what Dude thinks. Are you all ready for?
Yep. The taste. Woo! This is gonna be good. I do miss those garlic noodles, and you don't have to have that crab to go with it to have these noodles every day. Can we have these every day? Now the Parmesan did combine itself very nicely with the spaghettini, the pasta. The aroma is very interesting, fascinating with the Asian flavors, the smells, and the Parmesan. The pasta cooked perfectly, al dente. The flavors are an explosion, both mellow and subtle, but also really flavorful. You can use this as a side for anything, or else you can just rock it as a main as well. I don't know what you would put on top, but just experiment with your food and flavors, and these fusion mashup flavors together. Oh, so good. I think for an added dimension, those chili flakes in with the butter and garlic could have added another dimension to this, but I think we wanted the flavor to be on its own for this round to see how it would be. And it's really good. There's not much else to say except, when's dinner time? And can we have this every day?
I just had a bite and it was so super garlicky, but it was so, so good. I hope you'll agree that this is a very super simple recipe that you can make at home. We're serving it with Grandma's chicken packets tonight, but you can serve it with whatever other main you would like. To check out more simple recipes just like this one, I will see you over there.